You are listening to Fiction Fairies, two authors chasing joy and creativity. I'm author Amanda Torrey.
And I'm author Christine DePetrillo.
Welcome to our podcast where we amplify joy, whimsy, and the magic of the written word.
Hi, Amanda. How are you today?
Oh, I'm great. How about you, Christine?
I'm doing okay. It's starting to be a little bit fallish here where I live, so there's a little crispness in the air.
Same here. It's probably a little more so in your neck of the woods than mine, but I am enjoying the cool mornings and night.
Yeah, the leaves are already
For
starting
sure.
to change, so I feel like every time I go outside, I'm like, oh, that was changing. Oh, that was changing. Yeah,
I love it. I love it. Best time of the year.
absolutely.
And I will say, you look amazing as a fairy.
You too. I mean, I think we were born to have wings.
I absolutely agree.
Definitely, and it's about time that we've got them.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And if you're coming in here looking at us, if you're watching this as a video and not just listening to us, you will see that we are indeed middle-aged women wearing fairy wings.
Yes.
And why? Why is that? Why would we do such a thing? Well, because we're chasing whimsy. We're finding it. And you know what? You cannot be sad or stressed or anxious or anything when you're wearing fairy wings. It's impossible.
Absolutely.
It's literally impossible. And I dare you to try it, actually.
Right.
Dare anybody to try it.
Yep. As soon as these wings came in the mail, I was instantly joyful. Instantly joyful. I mean, there was a little bit of that middle-aged woman like, why did you just buy wings? But then most of me was like, you bought wings. And that was the joy. Definitely the joy.
Okay. And did you like pretend to fly around the room?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
When you put on
Okay, most definitely.
Because
yes.
I didn't want to, be the only one.
No.
And did you try to walk through a doorway and realize that your wings were too wide to fit through the doorway?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. These are the things that we want listeners to know before you buy fairy wings. These are the tips.
Yes. Somebody needs to teach about wings because, we're not raised with fairy wings coming out of our back. So we have had to definitely adjust to being fairies.
Yes. And in our excitement, of just putting them on, we just threw caution to the wind and doorways became a hazard. So
what a fun kind of hazard.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely.
Next podcast episode, I think we should wear tiaras.
Oh, okay. Yes, that will definitely up the game and the whimsy.
We earn our wings.
Yes.
We need to earn our royal tiaras as well.
Deal. Writing that down. Tiara next episode. Perfect.
And if you are listening or viewing us, please feel free to get some wings. These were like $14.99 on Amazon.
Best $14.99 I ever spent. Absolutely.
Definitely. And tiara, pick one up because you should actually. Every New Year's I wear a tiara when I'm like writing out my plan for the year.
Excellent.
Feels great.
Yes. Yeah. There is certainly an energy that is summoned once you put on a tiara, and there's an energy with the wings too. I'm not gonna lie.
We're gonna be wearing these every single episode.
Yeah.
So
get used to it.
That's just that because we're the Fiction Fairies.
That's right.
And that's probably a good segue to kind of talk about what we're doing here because we are new to the podcasting world. This is our very first for either of us attempting to have a podcast. So, I don't know. Shall we talk about the main goal of our podcast?
Absolutely.
You want me to
go ahead.
Speak about it?
Absolutely.
Okay. So our main goal is to meet authors and other creative people because Christine and I are both authors. We're going to talk a little bit about what we write in a few minutes. But first, I want to get you grounded and centered into this podcast world that you found yourselves in. We want to go behind the scenes into the creative process, build a whimsy-loving community, and we're just finding joy and creativity. And everyone has creativity. You have the ability to be creative. You have some way that you will be able to express yourself creatively. And you probably already know what it is that draws you creatively, but if you don't, we're going to help you find it.
Yes, definitely.
Right?
Definitely.
So I was thinking maybe we could check in on our joy meters, Christine.
Okay.
So from a 1 to 10, with 1 feeling no joy at all, to 10 feeling all the joy. How joyful are you right now?
I'd say I'm about a 6 today.
Ooh,
yeah.
Okay.
So, I'm just I'm feeling joyful because I have wings on. I would have said I was a 4, but once I put the wings on,
Oh,
that did jump up to a
okay.
6. So I have high
Okay.
hopes for
Okay.
the end of this episode that joy meter will be
Oh,
different.
oof,
Yeah.
the pressure.
I think we can do it. I think we can summon up some joy here for sure.
Well, I think so because every time you and I have one of these meetings, because we've worked on projects together or whatever, I just always feel so joyful.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. What's your reading?
well, good question. Like, I feel like I'm like up here because yesterday I got to meet my very first grandbaby. So I'm a fairy nana.
Oh, nice.
So it's pretty high up, but I would say like yesterday was a 10 because I got to hold her. It's so cute. Today I'm probably like an 8.
Okay.
Because I am very joyful. I'm excited about this, but I think we could like get it up a little more.
Yeah.
Like I'm not holding my little grandbaby today.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to like really work it.
Yes. Yes. I think we can. I think we can push it over the top. I think we're up here. We're here for the duty. We can do it.
We've got this.
Yeah.
We've got this.
So I think I need to know, however, what's in your chalice this morning? What is it that you're drinking? What do you have?
You have a lovely chalice, Miss Christine. I love the moons on there.
Yeah, I've just got some ginger tea in here. Just feeling the autumn vibes,
That's so good for your belly too. Like,
yes.
Nice.
How about you?
That definitely seems like something a fairy would be drinking. My inner fairy is revving up with some coffee. I never was a coffee drinker until like 4 years ago. I drink coffee in Italy and like a cappuccino. And ever since I developed a taste for coffee, which is really weird. Like who starts drinking it in their 40s? I don't know. But it's a coffee latte. So I made like, I grind the beans and I made like an espresso, poured it over some ice and some almond milk and some maple syrup and some Ceylon cinnamon.
Ooh,
it's delicious.
That does sound delicious. On next episode, we get Amanda's recipe for that. That sounds fantastic.
It's pretty good, if I do say so myself.
Cool. All right. Since this is our first ever podcast episode, we thought we'd introduce ourselves and give you a taste of some of the features that we hope to bring you on the Fiction Faeries podcast.
Yeah, that's awesome. So what do you think? Should we do like a 3-sentence or less intro?
That sounds good.
To start?
Yeah, go ahead. You go first. I like it.
Oh, sure. Put me in the hot seat.
Yes.
All right. So I'm Amanda Torrey, and I write fiction with characters you can relate to. I write in several different genres. I like to write for readers who don't fit into a box, who like to explore different kinds of things, because I'm a writer who can't fit into a box and have basically stopped trying. Yeah. I'm not cutting off these wings ever. So I have written young adult paranormal, adult small town romance, women's fiction as Amanda Dare, Daire. And now I am delving into the cozy fantasy romance genre, which I'm planning on staying there for a little while because it's cozy there and fantastic there.
I like it. I love it.
And I love traveling, nature, spending time with family, and now wearing fairy wings.
Nice.
How about you?
I like it. Let me just say, I'm so looking forward to this cozy fantasy series. Like, I can't wait.
Thank you.
I can't wait. I'm Christine DePetrillo, and I write contemporary and paranormal romance, as well as like nature-based and sometimes inspirational poetry. When I'm not writing or reading, I enjoy being outside, being a bit of a kitchen witch, and playing singing bowls. A couple months ago, I got my certification in singing bowls, and I got to tell you, they are a blast. I have a crazy German Shepherd mix named Archie, who only likes about 5 people. But we are working on that. We're actually scheduled to send him to a program to get some better training, and the trainer likened it to sending kids off to kindergarten. That it was going to be tougher on me than it was going to be on him, that he's probably going to be like, wow, okay, this is great. Well, meanwhile, I'm like, no, I need you back. So,
crying at home.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens. But and I love to feature pets in my books, as I know you have animals in your books as well. So yeah, so that's me in a nutshell, and in fairy wings.
and a fairy, which I don't think these fairy wings will fit in the nutshell, but we're
No.
gonna have to learn that tuck
Yes,
thing.
yes. Get them.
But I also
fully.
have to say, I need you to invite me over because I haven't met Archie, and I think I would be his sixth person that you would like.
Yes, yeah.
All right.
I think so.
And yeah, and I need to hear these singing bowls.
Yes, yeah.
Maybe someday on this podcast you could.
We could try that. Yes, we could.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Very fairy-like.
It is very fairy-like. That's true.
All right. So now for a feature that we like to call Magic Muse News. Here we share what we're currently working on, our inspiration, our muses. So Christine, you're in the hot seat for this one first.
All right. My Magic Muse news is that I'm working on the 5th book in my Hartley's Nest romance series. There are 3 books available right now, and the 4th one comes out in December. The one I'm revising right now will most likely come out in April of next year, barring the end of the world or something like that. This book is an age gap forbidden relationship story, which those are 2 tropes that I've never worked with before. So that was kind of a bit of a goal for me with this series when I was mapping out the 6 books that were going to be in it. I, of course, wanted to work with the tropes that I love, but then I had a list of tropes that I have not worked with yet. So that's this book has 2 that I didn't work with yet. So I'm having fun with it. Yeah, my muse was like, let's try something you haven't tried before. And I was like, okay, let's do this. So, and then I have one more book to write in this series to make it a 6-book complete series. And then I'm going to be on to something new. And I have a feeling, because I go back and forth between like contemporary small town to paranormal small towns. And I'm starting, and it might just be that I'm wearing fairy wings, but I'm starting to feel that call of having some paranormal characters and magic and things. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the muse has for me. So
hold on. I'm gonna get my magic wand because I am dying for you to get into like some more of your fantasy stuff. So I'm gonna like wave my little wand around.
I'll take it. Nice.
Especially because you and I just finished working on this matchmaking series together, and I had so much fun. So like, if we're both writing fantasy at the same time, I know we both have written it in the past, but if we're like writing it at the same time, and we were writing small town romance at the same time, I just feel like the alignment is spot on.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm sending you all the woo-woo.
Okay.
Woo-woo.
This is what the universe wants for us. Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. What's your magic muse news?
So I am also working on this cozy fantasy romance right now, and it's a witchy romance, but it's like very cozy. Like think, the vibes are just like enchantment and just warm. It's just something you're gonna want to, I hope, curl up with a blankie and a cup of tea and just really immerse yourself into this magical world. And then I'm also in the plotting process that I have been plotting this book so like forever, but of a woman's fiction fairy world that will have some romance in it, but it's not going to be a romance. But it's kind of a overcoming like the infiltration of patriarchal elves that have taken over their fairy world. So that's going to be a whole other thing, but
I like it.
My music calling me.
Yeah. And
I just have
the cozy witchy one is for October, right?
Yes, that's coming out in October.
Soon.
Yes, unless something crazy happens. That one is very near to the end. So, of like being ready. So, yeah, hopefully in October. Cool. And I have my muse is like, you need to be in a fantasy world because I am an adult woman who loves to play and be whimsical. And I think this is what I was meant to write. So I hope that, readers will agree.
Yeah, I like it. Sounds good.
Always a risk.
So I think we should step into the Pixie Portal for a moment.
Oh, the Pixie Portal.
Yes. Now the Pixie Portal is where we ask the Pixies if they can recommend, and for this case, I think they should recommend some autumn-themed backlist books from us that readers might enjoy for like this season. So what do you have that has a September-y, October-y, autumn-y feel?
Okay, this is embarrassing.
Uh-oh.
Can I be totally honest on this podcast?
You should be. We encourage honesty here. Wait,
Okay,
I'll get mine now, and you must be honest. Bing.
I'm embarrassed. Like if you're watching this, you probably see how red my face is right now. So autumn is like my favorite. And I realized that I have published 24 books now, and I have like no autumn.
What? How can this be?
So I have some.
Yeah.
I had one that took place like on Halloween, but I'm actually not going to mention it because I'm pulling it down and completely rewriting it and rewatching it. So that one's out. I have books that take place in the fall, but are not at all like the cozy autumn thing. For some reason, like most of my books take place in the winter.
Oh, maybe
Which was never my.
You need that dark, cold time in which you can infuse your love and light and joy. So it makes sense.
It makes sense. I like your take on that. I do have a book that one of my women's fiction books that takes place in September, and it opens up with like it's a new school year. So this mom who has older children, and she's like recalling kind of that beginning of the year vibe. I actually really like this book because I do not lean heavily into the season as sort of this thing. It is a story of drastic transformation, which I always think of with the fall.
Yes.
So it's called Old Castle Rumors. Ignore this ugly thing across that Amazon puts on when you order a proof copy, but this is all I have on hand. But in this book, there's a woman who her children are growing. They're, getting older, and she recently lost her husband. And if it's not necessarily a bad thing that she lost him, he was not a good man. But she has an estranged sister that comes back, shows up on her doorstep, pregnant and in need, and they have a long history. And so there's like this, it's told in the dual point of view of like her sister and her back and forth. And it's just a really big healing kind of book. There's a lot of stuff that goes on that's very kind of dramatic. And, so I really enjoyed writing the book. I hardly ever talk about it. It is the fourth book in the series, but you don't have to read the other ones. I think this one stands alone very well. And so I hope check it out.
Yeah.
For some transformation.
Yeah.
And how about you? I know you do cozy autumn very well.
I'm glad that the Pixies picked that book though for you, because that sounds like it's going to be a great taste of Amanda Torrey, because you said about the healing, and a lot of your books have that as a theme that runs through them. So, as a reader, I feel like you get a little bit of healing reading your work as well. So, yeah.
Thank you.
I think because I zoom in on a Vermont setting often, and although I believe Vermont is beautiful in all seasons, I mean, no one can dispute that it is absolutely gorgeous in the autumn, when, all the leaves are changed. And so I do have quite a few books that take place in autumn. But the Pixies today from the Pixie Portal wanted to suggest One Kind Desire by me, and this is an enemies to lovers forced proximity workplace romance that it's a true standalone. It's part of my One Kind Deed series, because that's where the heroine is from, Maple Haven, which is the small town in that series. But it was written independently of the series, and you can read it independently of the sequence, so you can just pick it up and go ahead and dive in. And it's perfect for autumn because that's when it's set, and it has like all the fall foods, all the weather, all the sweaters and cute boots. And so you got all those vibes in there. And the main characters are Robin and Daniel, and they're not thrilled to be ordered on a work trip to Vermont together. Because they don't get along, and especially because Robin has family in Vermont, and she was kind of like going to use this work trip to catch up with her family, catch up with her friends, and now she's got her office enemy along for the ride. But a great deal can change on an 8-hour flight, because they're coming from California. So an 8-hour flight in 2 close seats, so animosity might turn into attraction. So this is, you can see the fall leaves. If you're watching this podcast, I'm holding the book up, and there's some nice fall leaves, and we've got Robin and Daniel on the cover. So this is what the Pixies recommend for a nice autumn read from me. So
Great choice, Pixies. And I will never think the same way when I'm on a flight squeezed in next to somebody.
Yeah. You don't know what could happen.
Oh, that's amazing. Okay, so how about a trip to the reading realm next?
Okay.
And listeners, you will notice that all of our titles are very fantasy, fairy, orchestrated kind of, themed, because we are the Fiction Fairies after all.
Right.
And we are inviting you to play with us.
Yes.
So in this section of our episode is where we chat about what we're reading. We might give book recommendations either from us or from our listeners, which hopefully we'll have some listeners. So dear listener, if you are out there, we want to know about you. So send us your book recommendations either in the comments on this episode, or find us on social media, DM us your suggestions. Learning about new books to read brings us so much joy. And we both like to read lots of different kinds of books. So the sky is the limit.
Yes.
We want to hear it all.
Yes.
Hear it all. So what are you reading, Miss Christine?
Yeah, in sending us book recs too, I just want to mention, it doesn't have to be fiction either. Whatever you're reading, because we read all sorts of things. So really, truly, any book recommendations, we're in it. Yeah. So right now I'm reading a book called Dire Bound by Sable Sorensen. And it's one of those, I saw it on a Facebook ad, which, once in a while, those ads, I look at them critically as an author because I've run such ads. So I'm always looking at how did somebody do this? But this one caught me as a reader. It had the cover of the book on there, which is, it's got a deep red and there's a wolf kind of face and a sword. It was very so it caught my eye there. But then it was advertised as Fourth Wing meets the Hunger Games. And so I was like, well, okay. I read both of those. I'm good. And it was described as being a spicy, page-turning romantasy where humans and dire wolves forge unbreakable bonds and fight for survival at all costs. So I was like,
all right, I'm reading this.
Yeah. I'm like, okay. Let's do that. And I also saw it was within that ad too that they said fans of Twilight might also like it, which again, I'm a fan of Twilight. I'm actually gearing up for my annual rewatch of all the movies I do every year around this time because I still just want to be in that world. So it got me right away, that ad, it hooked me, and I did the one click, and I'm loving it so far. Like to the point of pulled it up on my phone when I was in bed to read just a little bit more. So it was just the paranormal boost that I need for going into October. So
I love it. That's amazing.
So what about you?
And I was a huge fan of those, the Hunger Games and Fourth Wing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, amazing. Yeah, so I actually so I'm reading Great Big Beautiful Life by Emily Henry, which I love. I love her books. The banter is just so fun, and this is I'm almost done, but it's just really good. It's just one of those books that just puts you in that feeling of it's romance. But also I'll mention one other one because we just said about nonfiction, and I recently read a book called The Genius of Judy, and it was about Judy Blume and how the impact she had on readers from our generation. I don't know, were you a Judy Blume reader?
Yes.
When you were a
Oh yes.
Yeah, they're transformational, right? So it was so interesting reading about her impact on kids and adults and stuff, and then it talked a lot about book banning and stuff, so it's just really fascinating. So I highly recommend that book as a nonfiction book for anybody who would want to check it out.
Yeah,
really good.
That sounds great. Yeah, I actually, Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret. I only read that recently as an adult. I didn't read it as a kid. Yeah.
Okay.
And it was still a great book. And I was like, why isn't there one on, later in life for women?
I know.
That would be helpful also. Come on, Judy.
Judy Blume, if you're listening.
Yeah, you could have done that for us. Yeah, right, exactly. So, yeah.
I remember reading that book in my school library. I could devour all of her books when I was young. And so this book actually reminds you of the books that you read, because there were so many I read back then, but I don't really remember. And they give you a little synopsis of them. And it was really interesting. It was sort of like a you know, it was very nostalgic going back to childhood of these books that I read and just realizing how pivotal, that was a good word I just made up.
Pivotal.
How pivotal they were.
Yeah. That's the thing too. Yeah, those books that you know, from these authors that you read as a youngster, sometimes you don't really understand the impact of them until later, or till reading about the author too, and learning more about the author. Yeah.
So true.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we have time for one more feature, and this one is called the Sprite Spell. And it's where we issue dares to each other and to you listeners, and I'm more of a organized, planning type A person, type A plus person. So
no, I'm not.
I'm gonna dare Amanda to be more organized, and she's going to dare me to be a little more whimsical. And both dares are up for grabs for you listeners to do as well. So for my dare in this first episode to you, Amanda,
I'm scared.
It's to give wherever it is that you write when you're working on a book a thorough cleaning. And,
oh God!
And I want pictures and possibly a video tour of your writing area. I want, you know, and listeners, if you don't write and you don't have a writing space, pick any space that you use frequently and give it a good overhaul. Trust me, it will bring you joy. Maybe not while you're doing it, but it will bring you joy to see it all clean and organized. And it might even make you more productive, which will lead to more joy. Trust me, feeling productive does lead to more joy. And it will allow you to be more whimsical because everything will be in order. So that's my dare to you, Amanda, and my dare to listeners is to pick a space and give it a good cleaning.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, one, I do love it because I have a lot of spaces that need a good deep cleaning. But I'm also terrified because if I show you pictures and videos, you might not be my friend anymore.
No.
It might actually make your brain like explode.
No.
But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. A dare's a dare.
A dare's a
dare.
I'm
going to do it. And I'm going to feel great. And I'm going to be so much more productive, which is going to bring me great joy.
Good. I like that I just watched you talk yourself into doing it. That was
I did. I'm like, I'm going to hype myself up for this. Yeah. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I have several areas of my house that I've specifically designed as writing areas.
Yeah.
Because I can't sit in like the same place. My whimsical nature needs me to explore different areas.
You need to flutter around to different spots.
So this time I think I'll pick my actual office, which is also, it's a very small room right off of my bedroom. So it's kind of my dumping ground for a lot of stuff, like my suitcases, like anything I don't have a place for right away. Mm-hmm. And it does get cluttered, and then I often avoid sitting in there.
So you need this dare. You needed this dare.
I needed this.
Okay.
I'm terrified.
All right. What do you have for me? I'm a little bit nervous.
All right. Okay. Well, I actually I had something else, but I think I just switched it because of this dare.
Oh no.
Okay. So I know that you are very like organized. I kind of get the sense you're a little bit of like a minimalist, maybe.
Yes.
And I'm like the total opposite. I'm like a maximalist. Like, give me all the everything.
Maximalist. I love it.
So I think if I'm going to be organizing and cleaning my space, I think you need to whimsify yours a little bit.
All right.
So I think now this is going to be a lot less labor intensive, but it might be emotional labor for you.
Okay.
So I need you to like really think of a few things that you could acquire to decorate your workspace.
Okay.
In a way that maybe you wouldn't normally, because you'd be like, oh, that's clutter.
Okay.
But you're going to like add it to your workspace.
All right.
And find joy in it being.
All right. Why am I sweating? I'm suddenly sweating. Oh no. All right, I can do it. I can do it.
Like one thing. I want like a few things.
Okay.
You don't have to keep them there forever if they really don't work for you. But I think it would be fun to just see if maybe adding a couple little knickknacks. Does that word
Oh
make you
no!
sweat?
Yes, that's like a swear word. We're gonna have to bleep that word out. Oh no,
Or
knickknacks.
maybe like a little poster on the wall next to your
Oh no,
desk.
posters on the
Something,
wall.
anything.
What? You know,
Stickers.
as a kid, we weren't allowed to put posters on the wall because my dad didn't want like tape or anything. So like you just saying that, I was just shot right back to my childhood bedroom,
Oh,
and I was like, put a poster on the wall, but like, oh no, I'm not allowed to do that. Yes, I
well, see,
am.
now you're allowed. You're
Yeah,
allowed.
I know.
Whimsified, heck right out of it.
All right, I'm doing it. I'm
All
dare
right.
accepted. I'm in.
Okay, and they're accepted here too.
Whew.
We're really stepping out of our comfort
We
zones
are.
here. And
Yes.
I would love to hear from listeners about which one of these dares scares them the most.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be so interesting? I wonder how many people are like team whimsy, like
Yeah.
we love the whimsical things in every aspect of life, or like team organized,
Yeah.
Type who's
A.
like really works better without all the stuff.
Yeah. I want to know, and I'm sure you want to know too, like that we have some people that are also like us.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Definitely.
True. I always have a mess of stuff. And we'll see how we did in the next episode. We're gonna really connect back and let you know.
Check in. Yeah. So don't think you can get away with it because we will be checking in with each other and with listeners. So
absolutely, we want to know.
So, all right. I think that might be it for episode 1.
Okay.
I think we gave listeners a good preview of a couple of our recurring features. We have some others too, so we only sprinkled in a couple this time. But I think it's time to check back in with our joy meters. How's your joy meter? You were at an 8. Where are you now?
Yeah, I'm feeling a 10. I just love this kind of chatting and speaking about books. And I'm really excited for some of our other features that we're going to be adding to the podcast, including some interviews with different creative people and things like that. So I can't wait to build this community and to get to know more people.
Yeah,
I'm really excited. So thank you for bringing me to a 10. How about you? What do you have?
No, I'm definitely up at a 10 now too. Definitely.
Nice.
Just again, wearing the fairy wings, seeing you in your fairy wings, and just looking ahead to talking to more creative people and just really building that whimsy loving community that I think we all need right now. So I'm psyched for this mission that we're on to bring some more joy. So definitely.
I think, the world is it's so easy to get bogged down in all the things that are going wrong, but I really want to find all the things that are going right. And I want us to just embrace joy. And I think the best way to do that is through creativity and the arts of all different kinds, whether we're good at them or not. I just think it's going to be so good for us to connect this way each time and for listeners to join us in this task. Yes. I think we're just going to make the world brighter and more whimsical.
I agree.
It'll be amazing.
Definitely. Yes.
So if you enjoyed the Fiction Faeries podcast debut, which why would you not?
Yes.
Hit the like button, subscribe, find us on social media. We're both on Facebook. We're kind of everywhere. I'm sure we'll have notes. Christina's very organized like that with giving us links and notes.
Yes.
If it were up to Amanda, you would be waiting probably about 8 more years before we would get it. But luckily we have Christine. Leave a review, especially if it's a nice one. And tell all your human friends about the podcast. Because I think we actually would be really popular with dogs and cats and stuff. They're probably unicorns, whatever. But they don't have hands to type it in.
Yes. Yeah, we need some.
So they would need some help.
Yeah, we need.
Yeah. So tell your human friends, listen to us. Check the show description to find links to the things we mentioned in the episode. Thanks to Christine. And to follow us.
Yes, definitely. And I think that listeners might not know that you and I are because I don't think you ever stopped being one, but we were both teachers. So I don't think we can resist the urge to issue a little bit of homework to our listeners. I mean, so aside from the dares are there if you choose to accept them. So those are not strictly enforced, but we really do encourage you. Yeah. But these 2 pieces, we're going to leave you as homework. So the first is to send us any questions that you have about us, about our books, about the writing process, publishing, being creative, really anything. We're open books, so we really do want to just build this community, and we're here to share. And we have a feature planned for answering listener questions in future episodes. So if you send us those questions, those questions could be featured there, and we'd love to, answer and tell you what you want to know. And the second piece of homework we're going to call the Glimmer Challenge.
I love this one.
Yeah, and that's where we're just asking you, what are you going to do to find and spread joy today? So, after you stop listening to us, but you probably will still hear our voices, echoing in your mind clear throughout the day. Just look for those opportunities that you can experience joy and to spread joy to others, because it really does have a rippling effect, and that's really what the Fiction Fairies are after.
We are chasing that joy.
Yes.
And Christine, thank you, because you brought me so much joy, just like playing with me today with our fairy wings and just starting this podcast. I'm very excited to see where it goes and who we meet along the way.
Same. Yeah. I'm excited to see who we meet along the way too. Absolutely.
Well, farewell, friends. And as a way to say goodbye, I think we need to add some play. So I'm going to pull out my little wand here, and we're going to give a little whooshy wave. And if you have anything you can use as a wand, it can even be your finger, and wave with us. We're going to say farewell, my friends.
Farewell, friends. We'll see you next time on the Fiction Fairies podcast. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.